guys, not from the European side, but I just think these 4 guys have been grinding really, really hard. We talk about TK and how they just play more than most. That's UNILAD.
I would be surprised if they got top 4, but it's certainly not impossible by any stretch of the imagination. But we're kicking things off with London Docks Hardpoint and then Ardennes Forest CTF, or sorry, Search and Destroy, similar to what we saw in the last series. Then we'll shift focus over to Ardennes Forest, capture the flag. But yeah, I mean, God, these respawns are going to be tough with the way that Luminosity has looked as of late. I mean, we're going back to basically New Orleans, which was, what, 3-4 weeks in the past now. I know they haven't been, I mean, I know they've been streaming online, but they haven't had the practice and the preparation compared with maybe the Division A teams that have been grinding on land for the past 2 weeks. But I don't know, do you think much could have changed for this LG team since New Orleans?
I think with Division A gone by, they'll have watched so much Call of Duty. They'll have learnt so much about other teams, not necessarily who they're going to play, but you do figure things out. You do look at how other teams play and maybe, you know, styles like European styles or Australian styles. And I think LG in particular, you know, the likes of Octane, he's that one person, you know, if I was still playing, which I don't want to come up against, shut me down 9 out of 10 times. It's scary. It is scary, and I think the person that needs to kind of go toe-to-toe is Scraps. Looking at the stats across everything, he doubles pretty much his other teammates in score streaks, so he has to get those streaks to stand a chance against that LG.
And he mentioned on Hot Mic, he talked about the fact that sometimes his streak use and the streak use of his team wouldn't be very good, and that's why they've lost some series. That's why they've thrown away some series, in his opinion. So something maybe we saw Era do a little bit, kind of in the first. In the first set with Division A. I mean, yeah, they had some poor streak use. They definitely cost them some games. We'll see if that's something UNILAD can improve on. But right now, just getting shots of the players as we're getting set up to kick off our match.
I will say as well, one thing that UNILAD may use to their advantage is, say they play LG in day 4 or, you know, the second week. LG have got time to kind of warm up. They're taking the hard game straight away. LG, maybe they just get a cold start. We've seen it happening with top teams. They lose their first respawn or search and destroy, whatever it is. So you can look at the positives and negatives, but this UNILAD team, I think individually you'll look at each player and match them up against LG and you'll write them off straight away. But
well, with that said,
for me, they need the streaks in respawn. They're gonna get close, no doubt. Scraps are gonna get 3-4 kill streaks, much like Wuskins, Shawnee too, but they need to clutch up and they need to play for those streaks, play their life. They're a great SMD team. I don't see them winning CTF. I think LG, they could blow them out.
So maybe take the hard point, and then you really got to take that S&D.
I think they've got to go hard on the. They've got to win both S&Ds and take one of the hard points. The CTF for me is going to be all LG. Could be wrong, but those 4 players on the squad of LG, very, very scary.
And we're feeling good about Luminosity. Just as a brief reminder, I mean, just looking back to New Orleans, this team that took out Rise, you know, that took TK the distance in 2 best-of-5s. The only team to take, well, the first team to take a best-of-5 series off of Team Caliber. So there's a lot to like about this Luminosity side. Octane and John specifically, when those 2 are on, one with the AR, one with the SMG, they are very, very tough to hang with. And it looks like the bottom left that Octane's going to be having a sub off the break. We'll have to see here, because if it's going to be a 3-sub map, are we going to see JCap with the FG? So JCap will have it. Octane, okay, he did swap. I was going to say, all right, so we may see him use it at times. But
I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking that would be a versatile player, to say the least. Scraps, though, and JCap kicking things off. And the one thing that we've already seen today is a London Docks hardpoint. We saw how important this first hill was and how influential it can be. However, trading things out, UNILAD, the first to put some points on the board.
Set up inside, racking up some nice time here early. Moose just trying to belly dive and stay up as long as he possibly can. John picks him up, but finally traded out. Scraps doing a big job from top mid. He gets a kill. He picks up the assist as well. Tries to snap with a PPSH onto another, but he's got Shawnee looking over him. And another assist. So you got 3 kills in a row for Wuskin. You've racked up, what, 260 points here if you're Scraps as well. You mentioned those streaks. A couple of guys working their way towards them early. And the big thing for me is Luminosity hasn't got a darn point on the board yet.
Yeah, and gunfights like that, your SMGs are battling for the spawns. Fantastic stuff from Moose, I will say. Wuskin's on a 3-kill streak. He'll be looking to extend that and clutch up. But very rare, I've got to point out straight away, you're getting 45 points to 0 on a middle hard point of any map. That's kind of crazy.
No, it certainly is an incredible start. And we'll see, you know, maybe some of the travel woes of Luminosity. You had, what, I think JCap came here straight from the Super Bowl. He had to drive, what, 12 hours or something from Minnesota, and then slacked. I mean, he had, what, 2 flights canceled or something? He was struggling to get here as well, so maybe just a little bit of a slow start, but now they're starting to tick some time on the clock here.
Let's stay on board with Wuskins. He's on a 5-kill streak, and look how careful he's playing it. This is what I talked about with the streaks. He needs to play his life, and he needs to clutch up here. Moose obviously assisting him there and looking for that final kill. He's currently sat 550 at the moment. He's going to see John. And there you go. These streaks could cause mayhem. London Docks obviously not the best, but hello, welcome to the Pro League. Wuskins, he's on 7-0.
7-0 to kick it off. And I mean, the big thing there, I mean, the fact that he has to play for streaks and not apply pressure playing his life, it does give some not able to fly in there and try to make a play, but getting the full streaks you think will be more valuable over the course of the game. Right over to the twin brother then in Scraps, who's able to outgun Octane there. And now this is a hard point, which more and more we've seen teams just tack on a ton of time. But as 3 kills go the way of Luminosity, they bust through very quickly. UNILAD did not hold that at all.
Yeah, really strong break from LG there. Shawnee was playing his life up top. His 3 teammates go down. Some long shots is going to take down John, but Slacked answering straight back in favor of LG. The streaks right now, pretty useless. You know, yeah, you can throw a fighter pilot down, but that hard point is indoors, and you're not going to get anything from it.
And yeah, what was a 45-0 start is now as they are making the plays. 20 seconds left here. We'll see how much of this time they're going to be able to rack up.
And you think as well from UNILAD's start, it was 45-0. You're now looking at LG taking the lead by over 30 points, and they'll be heading to barrels shortly. Of course, streaks can be influential on this. That big hole in the barrels, hard point, and a great up-close battle there. JCap taking down Scraps, Moose answering back onto John, and it's all the fight for the spawns. And LG, they've gone straight from the water docks to get the spawns here, and that number 6 on your screen is Octane. Once again, he's just sitting back anchored. Look at those 4 spawns. Welcome, LG. My goodness, he's giving a lifeline there.
I don't think it's going to lead to anything, though. I thought Shawnee was going to hit the back with Moose, and they were going to disrupt this. They had a chance to kind of collapse from the front and the back, but it developed a little bit slow, and Luminosity was able to pick it all up. So, my God, what is it, like a 100 to 20 over the past couple of minutes? It's been all LG, and now there's still 30 seconds remaining here, Momo. Slack's got 3 kills in a row. JCap's holding the back. Slack dropped just a little bit off streaks the last time he was up, and he's right back into it already. Wow.
Yeah, and just to kind of reiterate what I was saying before, UNILAD, they started 45-0. You can do the math, guys. LG have dominated the last couple of minutes now. Now they're looking for the rotation. They are trying to push back here onto UNILAD. They're trying to hold strong. And for UNILAD now, this is where they may invest some streaks. You're going to have that hard point down by the crane.
And now you got streaks on both sides, though.
This is bad news here for UNILAD.
I think all of his kills, Slacks have come in, like it was like a 4 in a row and then 6 in a row that he was able to pick up, and he busted him with that flamethrower, and now you're set up nicely. Is this where the streaks come in? Oh, we saw him earned earlier. Here you go. Fighter pilot in, but the crane's there, not able to get into Octane.
2 do go down. That is the 3rd, and that's Octane taken out. However, 3 players still spawning at the back. Good stuff from LG for now. However, UNILAD will take control for a second. Slacked, answering back with some streaks of his own. Only able to capitalize on the 1, and it will be battle out. 20 seconds still left on the docks. UNILAD, they need to secure this scrap time, and they will do. Oh, 3 players do go down. I say that maybe a bit prematurely. Slacked, burning people alive right now. And again, still LG, they're getting that back spawn. They're making this difficult.
They certainly are. It's gotten a lot scrappier here, at least over this particular hard point. Now remember, the first time through, Statue is where a lot of the damage was done from UNILAD. That's where they picked up more than half of their time. If they get a nice stretch here again, they're right back in this game. They need to get a hold.
Scraps the team kill onto his brother there. Not going to help anyone, but Luke a little bit further behind. They were very strong, obviously, on the first side of this. The Warriors, LG, they've started to heat up. They're showing their class, and John, he's making his mark. 14 and 17, not the best kill-to-death ratio, but the interaction level's sky high, and he's still going fast and furious now with his SMG, trying to push forward. JCap for a second. Now back onto John. 4-kill streak, and again, trying to hit that neutral. But for me, it's the interactions that he's got. You know, he's near, what, going strong.
Well, let's see. Can he get the streaks as well? Might catch one right outside of lights. Just a little bit high with those couple. They can trade it out, but no for the time being, but they're still enjoying a 60-plus point advantage. A couple of ticks left here at Statue. and then we'll get set up. And you can see how far pushed up Luminosity is right now. One's wrapping to the back, which is going to be JCap. The rest are going to push in, and this is pretty dire for UNILAD. If a couple gunfights go the way of Luminosity, that's exactly what's happening. They're going to have to go and try and invest streaks in this, at least get them out of the hard point. At least allow UNILAD now to get forward. They were pinned in cold, pinned in underground, trying to come through mid-cut. The streak elites, it opens things up for them to try and get in.
Yeah, the problem is they need that second wave. Yeah. And that second wave, JCap has just put to bed with a 3-kill streak, a 4-piece now, as John just adds to the nightmare. Shorty, okay, putting 2 to bed, but again, is he going to make a huge difference? He's going to find himself with 27 seconds left, but the pinch now coming in from LG. They've still got that favorable spawn, and you're going to be thinking about that docks. You can see those yellow arrows now edging towards the bottom side, and LG should clean up the last 15 seconds.
They'll get that time, and now these gunfights on transition. UNILAD cannot lose these. They got broken into so quickly on docks last time through. It was what, the first 5 seconds of the hard point, and LG was in. 3 ticks, and now we'll transition over. This is the big wave. Don't, as I rise up saying it, everyone on LG is picking up. JCap got a kill, 2 for Octane as well.
And that's why Octane is so scary. Those kills that make the difference. However, LG break it with a couple of kills. UNILAD now trying to push forward. Luminosity are going to be doubling UNILAD's score very, very soon. Flamethrower coming out, does connect with 1, and that's going to be scraps as the trade comes in at a rate. Octane again, just sitting back, having fun, 19 and 17, and now he's going to hop into the hard point.
And this, I mean, this has been the hard point that's probably nicely, and this is one where you can get that 40 to 60 points, where you can really turn it into a money hill. And LG's just broken through like it's like a knife through butter. They've just gotten in so easily, man.
And the crazy thing is, you look at kind of the kills on either side. You know, Octane's at +1, John's -1, JCap and Slacks. Yes, they're having a good games. They're positive, you know, 3-4 if you like, but it's not majorly different. LG are about to close this out, where UNILAD have only just broke 100 points. And it's not that much of a difference.
Yeah, it just feels like UNILAD's been spent most of their time's been running. You've seen LG pushed out so far in a couple of these hard points. They've just made it so difficult for UNILAD to even fight. You don't usually see this big a margin victory on London docks, but then again, you may have the second best team in the world going up against a team proving they belong here. But that first map, a lopsided victory for LG.
Most definitely, especially after hardpoint number 1, where UNILAD took 45 points. From there, they only gathered another 60. Luminosity closed things out very cleanly. Slow start, but apart from that, LG pretty much played it perfectly.
And I think it could have been way worse. I mean, there was a time I saw JCap twice for Slack that I can think of, and I think 1 for John, where at least we saw someone dying about 1 to 2 kills off streaks. Like, it could have been a lot uglier, I think. You could have had a lot more streaks there for LG, and maybe it wouldn't have made that much of a difference, but you got to think. I mean, it wouldn't have made it that much better for the UNILAD side, for sure.
UNILAD need to get that out of their head. They need to forget about it. However, what they don't need to forget about is what I said before. CTF, I do feel it is that lopsided game mode where I think LG take it. S&D is a must-win game mode for me now. They lose this, they go 2-0 down. 3-0 sweep. LG, though, looking great. You've got to just say, are LG the team that's going to come in here?
And that's the big thing. I mean, it can be recency bias to a degree, right? We're coming out of Division A. You know, we talked about it on Hot Mic a little bit. Like, basically, you know, is Rise Nation maybe the best team in the game right now? Just seeing them beat TK, but it's like, maybe, but we still have to see Division B play. Like, don't count out LG, who are coming off that second-place finish. And we are going to be heading to Ardennes Forest search, and I mean, at least in most recent memory, the last time I think about LG, it was in that grand final against TK, where, what was it, John, and I can't remember who else had a clutch to actually take that map. Wow, that was an insane grand final, and even already it seems so far away now that we've got a couple weeks into the league.
The one thing I love right now is there's no, you know, we go back 2 years ago and we've got 2 teams battling for that #1 spot. Now you can throw Rise in there, LG, Optic, Splice, you know, are they, you know, at their best? Can they compete? There's so many teams that are going to be fighting for that #1 spot. Yes, TK at the moment. Going into the third event, are we 100% invested in TK? For me, I'm not. You know, I'm looking at these other teams and I'm thinking, it wouldn't surprise me if TK get like a top 4 finish or a top 6. It is so competitive, is the point that I'm trying to make.
Oh, it absolutely is.
And it's awesome.
Oh, this is going to be a wild, like, I was talking to my girlfriend the other day, and she's like, so we just started this crazy travel schedule for you. She's like, when's it done again? I was like, August. Like, as far as when we're not traveling back and forth every week, the players, you know, just so much Call of Duty to be played. It's gonna be spectacular. It just seems so early in the season overall. There you see the best of 5 set, the scoreline from that first game. Basically doubling up their opponents is Luminosity, and I mean, you can't be shocked.
No, I mean, when you get LG on fire, it's very hard to stop, you know, and we've seen what damage they can do, not only with this team, but for the past couple of years, LG and that kind of core couple of players have been, you know, instrumental to that top caliber team. However, we're going to be heading over to S&D. This is where I feel UNILAD need to take a map win. They need to get some confidence back, especially after that battering of a hard point. However, they do have some of those search and destroy specialists on the team. I want to see something a little bit different. This is a team which will, of course, bring something new to the table, but it's not going to be easy. You're still facing Octane, Cap, Slack, and John.
All right, all the pressure to UNILAD. Win this game too, or you may be looking at a sweep here to kick things off. And I know we agree, Mumbo, when you look at this just set of 8 teams, you don't think there's going to be that many 3Ls. We had a lot it was kind of top heavy for Division A. Not the case here for Division B, but here we go. Off the break. Tried to toss a nade over Bell and win a mid-map. They've already got all the way up into A. That's good. John's going to be in a whole lot of trouble very, very shortly. Yep. John will get picked, but 1 kill for either side.
Shawnee glided past one. He's going to shoot one in the back there, but we're going to see Wuskins now added to the mix, and Cap and Octane are in a 2v3. This has got to favour UNILAD here. And there you go. Scraps has found another here, or should I say his first, getting mixed up a little bit. But Octane left in a 1v3. Do not count this man out. He's pulled off crazier things before.
And I think that's the thing that stood out for the most about Octane last year. He was always very good at respawn. He was not great at search for the first half of the year. He finally started to play for the kills more, he told me, and he started to just dominate and search and destroy over the latter half of IW. Curious to see what he's going to be doing this year. But he does spot another one. Wuskin, don't you dare overpeak this man. 30 seconds to go.
Challenge at the same time you'd expect from UNILAD, and you don't get it.
And you allow him to get the reload off. Shawnee, though. Oh, another second there for Octane to get gun up, and maybe that goes differently, but good kill from Shawnee. One he had to win.
And the difficult part there was the bomb was on the field side, so it wasn't across to A. Wuskin obviously collected that one. Trying to get across, no matter how you do it, if you didn't have any help, like Octane is gunning you 99 times out of 100 there, you're not getting across. Shawnee clutches up though, 1-0, and he is 2-0, so maybe working towards those streaks as well.
John just able to get through, caught by an A, but will stay up. J-Cap will get the first blood as well then. Now you still have a stun here on John. Doesn't need it though as he peeks the edge, lines up one, almost tags the second. He's going to keep going.
This is so typical John as well. So fast, so aggressive, in the face of UNILAD, and we're going to see him finally fall, but it's only Wuskins who stands tall now for UNILAD. Nice shots onto Cap, and we are going to see a 1v2, but the bomb is down 35 seconds. And
would this be a 1v4 technically? Was his first kill on John was a 1v4? I think it might have been.
Potentially.
There's not a lot of time,
happened
though.
Quickly, yeah.
Gotta strap on those Nikes. Start hightailing here. He has gotten a mid-map. Under 20 seconds to go. Spot slacked. Spots Octane. Not able to win it. He will drop. And that's just one of those situations. I mean, give him another 20, 30 seconds. Maybe he's able to make a play, but just not enough time.
Yeah, good positioning from Octane, using that cover to his advantage. I believe Slack got a bullet in him as well. A bit of a team shot. Maybe he didn't even need to. Strong, accurate shots there from Octane. And we do see LG tie up the map here, one apiece.
He actually did more damage to Octane than I realized. I think he needed one more bullet there, and he might have won that. But that's all on Slack, just kind of peeking in you. Able to get the call out. You saw Octane snap, and then he was able to win it. But here we go. Just hitting mid-map very, very quickly. Shawnee just flying on any of the first blood in their first offensive round as he was able to pick up John at the A site. Now it's going to be J-Cap, the lone man in the back. You can tell, though, they're worried about John probably still inside the cabin. That's where they got the first kill.
Oh, my goodness. I believe 2 players have crossed already. Cap, I don't think will anticipate how many, but he has seen a couple. The call-outs are coming in. You can see those arrows moving around on that mini-map. The bomb's heading to A. There is one player. Keep your eyes on Wuskin lurking at the back for the flank.
And I'm wondering what the reason was for the change in setup here on defense from Luminosity.
I want Moose to challenge him here. There's a sniper right in front of you. You'd think he'd just poke up, but he's playing the patient game. His teammates are calling out, I'm not peeking him. And there we go, Scraps does go down. Moose may have been able to get that kill a little bit quicker, but 3v3.
Nice shots from Wuskin, though. Gets the kill and gets away. Still worried about pressure on the flank, but he was able to call out Slack to fire Cut, who gets tagged up and has to run immediately. And Slack will be now left by himself. But yeah, I'm wondering, I mean, they gave up the A site entirely, I believe. John was sniping on B. JCap was there at mid-map, but once the smoke went out, they literally could just march up to A. I don't know. I'm wondering why they made the bit of a change there, but was John sniping in the first round when he was cabin? We saw him get killed by Shawnee. I still don't know if he had a sniper out or not.
I don't think he was. But I will say the one thing I like from UNILAD there is every player playing to their almost skill set, their weapon of choice. We had the long range of Wuskin sat back. We had the up close battles of Moose with that PPSH. Very, very calculated. But again, fast, aggressive smoke play through the middle. Works out for UNILAD now, leading 2-1.
Oh, I'm sure they're appreciating the gift of the A site that was just handed to them. But now let's get to the other side of the map. It's an aggressive push towards the B site. They worked the round prior on offense for Luminosity. It's going to work here as well. Last time it was a bit more through mid-map that John made the play. Now they just bully their way on through Bell. And again, they're just literally steamrolling through them, and the next thing you know, it's a 1v4, this time for the other twin.
Yeah, I think you kind of put it perfectly when you described it as bullying their way through. They just push into B. They even got stunned, but Slack, he might have been a bit too quick for that. As soon as he made that first kill, we saw Wuskin, he had to back down. It was like, okay, here's the site, it's yours. I don't want to fight for it anymore. And the problem is it's so hard, a numerical disadvantage to retake that that site is so difficult. You know, you've got 3 entrances, and there's so much cover inside that bomb site.
This next round, can we check where John goes to get set up on defense? I just want to see if they go back to a more standard kind of JCap looking mid, John at A, 2 over at B. Okay, yeah, this time more standard. I wonder what they were.
Interesting, they've completely given up mid again because Octane was holding that first time, and this is where the call-outs will go down. Slack's already spotted 2 of them, and a different offense as well for UNILAD.
All right. Watch from Octane's POV here as he's just covering over B. JCap, I believe, connected on a stun there onto Wuskin to at least slow him down for a moment. Just trying to wait it out. You see number 2 on the minimap is Scraps, just worried about the flank, if there's an aggressive push up through A, but he doesn't seem that Luminosity's interested in that at all. They're just holding for now.
Trying to bait out his moves, but Octane doesn't care about the bait. He wants to take both of them with him.
Now, so as mentioned, he was waiting for John to push up. John tried to finally push up through A. Almost got caught, and there you go. The twins, Wuskin, Scraps, coming through with a couple of kills. A site once again. Going to be wide open. That is where UNILAD's been finding almost all their success. Interested
to see John as well, not using a reticle or a scope, should I say, on the FG. But again, 4v2, they're going to get this bomb down. Slacked stays alive thanks to his teammate Octane there, picking 1 kill up. No silly plays needed to be made on UNILAD now. They can just wait for the 2 to come to them. Shawnee will be back and forth here. You've got to predict where they're going to be. That window, that rock, very difficult. But coming from behind, Octane should be able to find one. Traded out is a must, and now a 1v2. UNILAD securing the round, and very, very well played. Very well positioned. But I mean, LG, they couldn't really do anything at the 2v4 retake stage there.
Yeah, we'll focus on next time. I just want to see if that's 3 times they've been able to get the bomb down today. Whether it was kind of given up or whether JCap and John are dropping.
They can't win B.
Like something needs to change, I think, for the Luminosity defense. I know typically you have more of a presence towards B because that's kind of the favorite bomb site, but obviously UNILAD's seen a lot of success on the A side of the map. I'm just curious if they're going to fake it and go towards B next time. Mix things up, but we'll see how it does play out.
I like this from Moose. He's recognized that LG are getting full control of B every time. He's gone super aggressive. He's got the teammates. Wuskin's backing him up. However, Wuskin's full. Now Moose is in hot water, and he's going to have to back off. Look at them backing off. They have to run back. They can't do anything. And now they've given it up again. 3v4, this is going to be so hard.
It's the same thing just on the other side of the map. Luminosity's dominating at B. UNILAD's been dominating at A. It's been all the offenses making the plays right now.
And the problem was there, they did change it up. credit to UNILAD. They tried to switch things up. They went very aggressive on the defense.
It's like the first defense to react and actually figure it out. It's like going to get the W, right?
But still, they lose that first blood, and this round only ends one way. And it's going to end up with Scraps getting shot in the back. Ties things up here for LG and UNILAD. And I'm really interested to see now how UNILAD adapt on the defense, because LG will keep hitting B as long as that works. They're winning it every time.
That's back-to-back. Well, think about those 3 offensive rounds. In the first one, the first person to get a kill on UNILAD was the last man up, which I believe was Scraps. He got a couple of kills. Or sorry, Waskin. He got a couple of kills, remember? The next time, all 4 drop. It's Scraps by himself. No one drops from Luminosity. It's another round where no one even dies from Luminosity on offense. They've been having so much success on B. As they change it, they're going towards A again. Are they ready for it? This time, a stun will slow him up. Can John and JCap hold him off this time? There's a kill at least before he falls, and now the rotation will come in. So maybe they'll finally be able to stop a plant from going in. And JCap dishing out the kill and also a bit of damage on Owaskin.
Yeah, and LG have adapted perfectly here. John, he was a little bit over-aggressive last time. Octane catching Moose on the switch there, but again, a 3v1. This is very difficult for Wuskins. Bombs in no man's land, and with 45 seconds on the clock, he can only hope to just kill Octane or Cap. Nullify those potential streaks. But this is the first swing round for me. This is the round where LG can now go on offense, hit B hard, and almost secure this search and destroy.
I agree. The big thing is just can UNILAD finally shut them down on B. What's going to be great is that they really stack B, and then LG goes ahead and hits A for the first time, right?
I mean, that'd be mind games at its best. Well, and I wouldn't put it past them.
That's the first defensive round one, I believe. It's all offense before that. But good job by John and Cap this time securing that round victory. I don't know how John uses the FG without the scope on it. I can't use that iron sight at all.
I'm with you on that one. Takes a special set of skills. So that, of course, is John. Now, how do UNILAD adapt? If we just stay on board with them, see what they're actually going to do off the break here.
Yeah, this is a lot different. They're just going to off-flood in the mid is what they're going to do. Does it work? No. To their credit, the last 2 rounds, they did try it, and this is another round where no one gets a kill until the last person's up for UNILAD.
And to be fair as well, Luminosity, they don't just run and stack B. Luminosity said, we're not going to stack B. They've gone to A. They've gone through mid. They've got the kill, so, you know, evidently they will go to that A bomb site. But both teams switching it up. A lot of mind games going into this. Nothing's certain here. And again, Octane and Cap still on those streaks. You've got a feel for UNILAD. This could be the nail in the coffin here.
I can just hear how it went down in the comms stream, lads. It's like, they keep getting mid to be honest. Let's hit mid together. I was like, they're all here. And then they get into A quickly. This has just been, I mean, sometimes strategy, I don't want to say it's a coin flip, but sometimes, you know, you get kind of lucky when you change things up. Certainly working out. It feels like a game of rock, paper, scissors sometimes, right?
And it's that game where you just keep picking the wrong one. UNILAD,
yeah, exactly.
Frustration setting in. They're a strong search and destroy team, but they're up against LG, and now their back is against the wall. They've really got to string some things together here. 5-3 down, and there's the fighter pilot in Slack's hands.
And you can see it's definitely, he's playing safe. This is usually a spot we've seen kind of JCap playing from. They've put like no one on B. Really, it's just going to be Octane that's set up there. They want to make sure that Slack's able to use that streak if need be. Might not even be necessary. Because the first blood does come in, but they're going to head and call it in. You watch Moose on the cross. No, don't kill your teammates. I thought he was going to go across. He would have definitely killed one of them there, I think.
The funny thing is he got that glide bomb from the assist that the player in cabin got onto Shawnee. So the assist comes in, he gets the glide bomb, he pushes Moose into his own teammates. Now we're left in a 3v2, all favoring LG. The only thing that UNILAD have going is they've chosen the right bomb site. Slack's weak and he will go down 2v2.
I think Octane wrapped out at B because both these players had Mountain on. They were in bunker. They thought all the pressure was going to A, I think, so he wrapped out, gave up the site. And now you've given yourself a chance in this, but no streaks to work with. Octane is able to hit the cross. They just need to make sure this bomb can't go down, and they will seal the game. 20 seconds remaining. Waskin now going to plan. It's going to be on Octane, who's hitting on the opposite side. Can Octane get vision on him?
That's not good news, and both players go down. That is going to be game. And again, a very well-constructed retake from the side of LG. One player, of course, had to plant the bomb, and it left only one open defending. Caught from the side. There are actually full streaks in the hands of LG as well there, so.
Slacked we saw get streaks. I believe Octane and Cap both would have had streaks to end that game. So if that had to go another couple rounds, it wouldn't have gotten any prettier, I don't think. But that was, I think, just LG, their offense being a little bit too good for what we saw out of UNILAD. They were never able to adapt to it. And then once you strung together a couple defensive rounds for LG, it really just kind of got away from UNILAD.
LG 2-0 now in the series, and we're going into the one game mode, which I heavily stressed was, for me, it was an LG game from the start. Can UNILAD pull off what would be known as almost a miracle, the reverse sweep against, you know, one of the best teams in the world here? It's going to be difficult. However, they'll be giving it their best shot.
In the first series of the day, you know, we saw Envy go up 2-0. It was FaZe that then took the CTF and extended the series. It's a little bit different of a matchup, though. This feels like David and Goliath at times. You have Luminosity, a top team in the world, going up against UNILAD. They need one more map to secure the sweep. It'll go down right after this quick break. UNILAD, you see the 0 next to their name, still looking for that first map victory here in a best-of-5 against Luminosity. And it's not looking good. It's not looking good here so far, Philly.
Yeah, it's a difficult one. A very tough hardpoint loss, a bit of a beating there. And the Search and Destroy Luminosity, for me, they outclassed, they out-adapted. They were just a little bit too smart for UNILAD, and it really is showing the class of this LG squad.
It is. It seems, I know it's a couple of maps, but they're taking off right where they left off with New Orleans. They look like a very, very strong team. It's what we expected from this Luminosity roster. They're trying to prove that maybe they're the best team in the world, but still a lot to do here in Division B. But first off, they need to get this third map win. Is it going to happen here in the CTF, or maybe will this be extended? I have to think it's going to end here. I mean, you obviously didn't have a lot of faith in the CTF in this particular matchup.
And this for LG as well would be huge. Yes, it's maybe a game they're expected to win, but if they can come in 3-0 sweep, they've got another game, last game of the day today against EG. They could be on for a perfect day one. A 2-0, 6-0 if you like. I may be jumping the gun a little bit there.
I think I was going to say that next. I think this is like, this is a day you look at and go, boys, like we might be able to come in here and get a 6-0 map count. Map count could be crucial with this pool.
Put that kind of moment of fear into the opponent. You know, you're currently 6-0 day 2. Whoever's facing you, like, ooh, LG are on fire.
I think I've referred to this as now a group, a division, and a pool. Gotta find one word and stick with it. Division. Okay. The CTF opens with a couple of kills for Luminosity. Gives him the edge to move up the map. Wusking, though, doing whatever he can. He got a couple of kills there to make sure, you know, LG wasn't getting into the face of the UNILAD base right away.
Of course, JCap, boots on the ground, CTF king here. But UNILAD, they're going all out to try and shut him down.
Big thing here. Luminosity looking for the sweep right now. A team that got second place in New Orleans, filled with veterans, filled with talent. I'll tell you what, I want to hear the squad here as they're trying to close it out. Let's throw it to an Astro listening with Luminosity.
He's hitting up, hitting
yeah, I think he hit with that nade. One shot on the base, one shot on the peg.
One shot elbow, hit through. He's bottom bridge right now.
Fire tank, dude. They're gonna pull out. One's pulling. Oh wait, I'm here with you. One out first.
That's all you guys.
One could be fire. Alright, go ahead, let's go. 2-2. Yeah, you pull. Back to base, stun me, John.
He's close? Oh yeah, he's close. He's a little weak on the corner, laying down in the left corner.
Fly's not stun. Fly's behind the car, behind the rock.
Can you pull?
Oh, I'm in the back, Scraps, one in the back. Scraps and bunker, fly us on the rock. He went side bunker then.
I got stuck. There's 3 by flag.
Go for it now. I want it.
Oh, I tried.
Do there.
Scraps.
Alright, go left, push up.
Nice, too. Stun fire tank. We fire alley on me.
Oh, we gotta get one heady side.
I'm stunning it for you guys. I stunned over.
Yeah, laying down fire alley. And one's first hard point. One's laying down fire alley still, and one's first hard point.
Weak fire tank. First hard point dead.
Weak fire tank. I hit him with a nade. There's two then. Fire tank backed up. Fire tank backed up. One's fire alley.
Fire tank again.
Oh,
He's on a 5.
You already have streaks.
In you. You
bunker.
two broken. You two broken.
I'm pulling out mountain, guys.
I stunned him, you.
Boosted in bunker.
I think he's got fire tank. He just needed middle.
About to stun fire tank for you, John. Give me a second.
Yeah, it's fire tank.
Stunning him. He's stunned.
I got naded. One's going bow, it looked like. One's going bow.
Fire tank, can help.
Watch you.
No man's one shot on me, back bunker.
Fire tank again, dead.
You heard the call from Slack. I'm pulling out Mountain, and that's because a score and a nice start there from Scrap, so we'll show here in a moment. He got some streaks early, and you mentioned to start the series, he's a guy very capable of it. The question's going to be, does he use it properly?
Yeah, I also mentioned how this is the game where LG shut down UNILAD. So yeah, don't listen to me. Make your own judgments. Interesting to see. I'm liking the fact that we've already seen some STG action. We have got streaks as well. Scraps, it's crucial now that he either uses these streaks to save his team or capitalize on another cap. If he can do that, they can really kind of get some momentum swinging here, and of course that map 3, it can really change the game. But we currently sit 1-0, and you'd almost say as well, you know, UNILAD, they're on the least preferred side.
No, that's big as well. I mean, the fact that you got that score on that side of the map from UNILAD is absolutely crucial, especially if you can go into the half with this lead up 1-0. I mean, there are definitely teams that, you know, sometimes maybe perform a little bit better from the less preferred side, but more often than not, I mean, when you're pushing towards bunker here, this is where you've got to do the damage. And you did almost have a chance at a clutch return and pull from LG, but they fell a little bit short. Here, another position to maybe get a flag out. And it's just this defense of UNILAD doing just enough. That kind of bend but don't break. They've been able to hold so far.
John and Wuskin trading things out. That's big from Slack now, but he doesn't have the support of his team. Scraps has made fire his home today, and he's found one. Won't find the second there. We'll tag JCap up, but the flag will remain at the base. 60 seconds coming up here on the clock now. Moose just keeping tight. He's going to be taken down by John. And LG, the pressure has been there. The pressure's been on bunker for 2-3 minutes, but not resulting in anything.
Yeah, that's the only stat that matters, whether it's resulting in scores, and it has not yet. Again, They hold on defense. Yes, they're still slacked here, but they've had them push back like this for a majority of the game. It just hasn't resulted in anything.
And you've got to think as well, Scraps still with those streaks. He can use them on the next side. 30 seconds, and we're going to see UNILAD just try and hold off here. 2 do go down, don't rule. A pull out from LG. And that's Octane for you. He's picking them apart.
This is all on Shani. Shani's got to get a killer too. Shani's dead. That should ultimately be a score. Number 7 is going to be huge here. That's going to be slacked. Yeah. He's going to be set up in ruins. He kills him.
Oh,
he kills him. Rice calling out.
That's not going anywhere. That flag is home and dry. The streaks will not be able to be used. And that's huge there. LG tie things up here, going into the second side. 8 seconds left on the clock. And I actually don't know who made that kill. Whoever made that kill.
It was slacked. I mean, that's what I was saying to go to, because he was at number 7. He was the one set up there in ruins. And basically, as soon as we hop over the streak, Slack cuts him down. Wow. The timing of that was huge, and that secured the cap. Tied up at 1-1.
Well, they still do have those streaks, of course. He won't lose that for his positioning. However, now we change sides, 5 minutes on the clock, and with LG tied things up, they can play a little bit different. They don't have to go all out. They may be able to calculate the classes a little bit better. Interesting to see if anyone is running Mountain. We heard Slacked, I think, in the communication say he might pull it out. Octane does have Mountain on.
Can we check Scraps for 1 second? Okay. You heard the noise for a second.
Yeah, didn't get to use it.
Yeah, I'm just making sure he still had it. He does. There is a team kill early here for Luminosity, though. JCap wins one mid-map. Unfortunately, as soon as he re-peaks, top ruins, Wuskin ready for him there with the FG. Nice grenade from Scraps. Puts Octane into an awkward position there, and then able to win the gunfight.
Slack takes down Shawnee. Looking at that minimap, there's kind of a fine line right through the middle. No one wanted to be that aggressive team. They're waiting for the opponent, and now Scraps last alive as he does get his teammate Shawnee to spawn up. Scraps taking down Octane is big, but number 7 is slacked, and he is on a bit of a sneaky mission now, trying to maybe catch one off guard here. Could be Shawnee.
Yeah, it's difficult from here. You spawn so deep, and they're aware they don't have information about multiple players. Slack gets a fortunate timing on the first. Scraps does wrap back, and Scraps goes big from mid. Now it's a one-on-one. It's a one-on-one against Wuskin. Wuskin's in kind of an off position there. Look, you saw Octane let go and ready to pre-aim towards the back, either right or left, and he was not ready for him to be laying there at all. But Octane and JCap still making the plays. Octane trying to get the pull. That's going to be the 4th dead. That's going to be flag out. Let's get the Scraps off spawn, and we'll see if he invests anything. I don't know if you do. He's going to be he was the last to die. They're going to be so far across the map. Scraps, no, save him. You have to. He was so far gone. When he spawned up, he was already at Bell.
And now he's going to be forced to use the streaks for, you know, a flag himself. You know, yes, you can keep this for the safety net if you like, but when you're 2-1 down, can you play with that safety net? Not too much. And look at the way Cap is positioned here. He has been a thorn in the side of UNILAD. And look at him, still causing damage. Will pick up another kill, and it's going to give that time, that space for LG now to regain map control. We're seeing John take over a ruin, should I say. And Slacked is right there backing him up. I'm really interested to see what Scraps does with these streaks.
That's the entire game. I mean, whether he can turn that into a flag. The worst case scenario is UNILAD has to use them all defensively, right? They have to actually slow the onslaught. And that's a position you're starting to get in. Oh, okay, at least Scraps is able to get a kill there, so you aren't able to develop a pinch with JCap on the top and Octane through mid-map. So at least slows them for a moment. But God, you just have to hope you can get in a position to use these streaks on offense. But think about how different these halves are. Even though Luminosity was down most of that first half, they were the one applying pressure in the bunker pretty much, the entire half. UNILAD, they haven't been able to go anywhere. They've just been fighting out of their spawn pretty much the entire game.
They really have, and for me, that's how I felt it would be. I thought the scoreline would be a little bit bigger. I thought maybe, you know, a clean 2-0 in the map itself, 3-0. We could have seen 4 flags if you like, but here we go. Scraps, they've got a couple of kills, and we're going to see the score streaks rain on down. They're going to be jumping into the bunker, but the pressure is already there. Shawnee is waiting in the bunker to go down. Can they get the flag out? That is another question. They've got it.
They've got it, and now you've got a chance. John wins a one-on-one, and that one-on-one win might be enough to at least get a touch or maybe go clutch. He's still in a very, very tough spot. But here comes John. John not able to win it. There goes the tying cap through for Luminosity. And that's a big play behind the streaks. And you got to think if, you know, Mr. Mighty Moose can look more like that than Minnie Mouse at the 7 and 16. If he can pick it up a bit, you got even more of a chance. But you hear the guys getting hyped now, and you got more streaks to work with.
Yeah, that's the key thing. They have the streaks, and look at Moose. Yes, he's 7 and 16. However, he's in a position now to pick up maybe 1 kill, play sneaky. The glide bomb's going in. If he turns right, he should be able to catch one. Oh God, he's found it, and that is slacked. He's going for a pull. I can feel it right now, but biding his time. Knows there's going to be one around bunker. Can he touch the flag? There it is, and he's got it.
He's got nowhere to go.
Nope.
There's nowhere to, you look at the minimap for a second, I'm like, all right, so they got 1 out in field, they have 1 min-map, and they have 1 at Bell. He has no route unless a streak comes in or a teammate gets in position, but that was Luminosity having good map control for at least their side of the map there.
Well, it is all tied up. There's 35 seconds left to go. There is streaks here. Whether LG choose to invest them, UNILAD choose to invest them, is another story. If they can get a little bit of map control, and we say that as Wuskins finds 2, they could go for the steal right here.
I'm gonna try to win it here. You have the strong side, you're pushing towards bunker, try to win the game right now. You don't want extra time. But as Octane gets that opening kill, Scraps tries to turn things in their favor. Octane with 3 kills, likely kills any chance of UNILAD ending the game in regulation.
We're gonna be seeing a little bit more time here on CTF. Not time for, I think, anyone to touch the flag, and just like that, we're going to end it 2-2, and I've got to give a lot of credit to UNILAD. For me, I kind of wrote them off in this game mode. Scraps has kept them in it. He really has. Those streaks, just the kills individually. Moose having a very poor first half as well, I think ending with 4 kills.
You've been outplayed for 90% or more of the game, for the most part. Granted, Luminosity probably should have more scoring opportunities with, I guess, as much control as they've had, but the fact remains, yeah, some individual plays and some clutch moments from UNILAD allow them to enter into OT now, and you see streaks to work with for multiple players right now on UNILAD.
And that's the thing that's going to be scary for an LG fan is you look at this now and you look at those streaks, you've got to worry here how they're going to pull this one off, but 2 go down.
That's the thing, like you get this 2 down, you're feeling so good right now. 3 down, like this is a score, right? This should be a score. No, Shawnee's the last one up, and Shawnee has streaks to work with. Now you're all gonna have to get inside a bunker. JCap tries to pull it and come out. You actually connect on 1 more there as well. Will the smoke kind of help him here from the streak? 1 man remaining, it's gonna be John. And again, the difference makers in the streaks. That was a score probably for LG, unless those were there.
Yeah, without streaks, that'll be home and dry. But they've used it on the defense here, and LG have got so much pressure, so much control that they're forcing UNILAD not to be in a position to win it with streaks, but only survive with streaks.
Jeez. Slacked as he gets around the corner. That's the big thing. Can they keep forcing this out of them? And from this side's where you need to do it. You need to keep applying pressure. Now you get 2 down. There's 2 more by cabin. But this call that comes in, I don't know if they're going to flank. Yeah, it looks like hitting through fire is going to be JCap and Slack. They cut through fire, then hit right into bunker. Now the pressure to Shawnee. Shawnee not able to win it. 1 more stun is out, but JCap's got away the flag. But now look at that number 3 on the minimap. 1 player has grabbed the flag, and then the number 3, which is going to be Scraps, is set up here with some nice shots there from Wood as he was able to pick up 1. Both actually get picked. I think returns coming down from either side, so both teams going big, Momo.
Yeah, and again, Scrap's a very key part of the success of UNILAD, and the flags don't fall out, but very, very strong showing here. UNILAD do have map control. Cap will be spotted. Cap will be taken down, and that is Moose. Might only be sitting at 13 and 19, but he's in a position now where he can change the game for the greater good of UNILAD. Shawnee taking down Octane. The pressure is on. Do they invest streaks now? Can you get a fighter pilot in there? Can you take them all down? Yes, you can. Here we go.
Is they're mounted on anyone. Just, I believe, on JCap. Octane tries to get safe, but not able to do it. Not able to snap to a second player, and you spawn safe if you're Slack. So that results in, unfortunately, a whole lot of nothing for UNILAD.
Yeah, it really does. You pull out your fighter pilot, and your 2 teammates go down. What do you expect? You're sat there being pretty irrelevant. Yeah, you're going to take down one with you, but these streaks, I'm not going to say they've been invested poorly. They've been invested properly, but it's just not paid off for them.
Well, the big thing, yeah, your teammates don't get any kills as that comes in as well. I think it was, what, 2 kills for Luminosity kind of during the fighter pilot somehow?
Yep. That's it.
Here we go. Now you've got, look at that mini-map. You've got a lot of pressure here from Luminosity. John tries to hit through mid, can't win his gunfight. Octane is now stunned. You can see he's got an airborne class on for his AR, and that could be crucial here as he's going to have some extra speed. Everybody drops, only 1 player up is now going to be Shawnee. Remember, Shawnee just has the mortar now, I believe, so he's going to need to do this with gun up, and he's caught by a stun mid-map, and there you go. Just over 3 minutes, and Octane puts through the cap.
Yeah, it's not a It's not a quick time, but 3 minutes on the clock. LG, we know how strong they can set up defensively. We know that LG can go into this next half and cap another flag.
Well, the big thing now, I think all you have is mortar artillery, right? Yeah. So just mortar artillery, which I could make a play, but not as easily as something like a glide bomb or a...
They need to get mid-map control. They need to make a couple of kills, put that mortar and artillery right at the back of the spawn, make them spawn bell. It sounds so easy, but it's not going to be that easy. LG are going to lock their feet in, dig their heels in.
Oh, they got so unlucky there. If they both would just hit through the back, like Octane was in a perfect position for that and able to win a couple of easy gunfights. And he gets the streaks behind it too.
Yeah.
Shawnee's doing what he can. I mean, Shawnee off of spawns getting 2 kills basically every time here.
They're doing really well. Oh, okay. And Cap's going to shut that one down. The problem right now is those streaks in the hands of Octane. They can make a play. They can use their streaks. UNILAD can get that flag out, but they're on the back foot. They're in their own base. And Octane, he could be a little bit cheeky, and I thought this. He may actually use his streaks and try and secure this game. That's going to be one. Not going to find the third or fourth. He finds 2 with the fighter pilot. And again, UNILAD, they're using their streaks correctly, but on the defense. Yep. Now, what do they have that's going to win them this game? I can't see it.
They were so worried, the fighter pilot might pick up a couple kills, and they'd have to stop that onslaught coming in from Ruins. You certainly understand the streak use, but you hate to see it when you're down a cap and need to score now, minute 40. Mortar's going to be out. That might catch Moose. It does. It's able to pick up Moose. The streaks from LG proven to be the difference. They know where Shawnee is in the back of the map. They've tagged him now. One just needs to go in and actually pull this flag. They're still holding. They know they're spawning out. Now, who's it? Number 8. John needs to make the play at home. Yeah,
and Shawnee's the last one to die there, so he can't use that streak. So he's going to spawn up, and the streaks will be coming in shortly. However, it's Octane raining down fire here with the glide bomb. Shawnee still has those streaks. I believe he's going to be calling them in very shortly.
Oh my.
It's on track to find him.
He got him. Shawnee's able to get it. You still get a touch, though. JCap still has it. Oh, JCap is in a horrible spot. He needs help. Yeah. Octane has to come save him. Octane did win a one-on-one. Now JCap's got to do it. Not able to do it. It's going to get returned, and there we go. We've reset. What a crazy sequence there, Momo.
Yeah, great use of streaks again from UNILAD. I can't put anything out there bad about it. But Octane, again, asserting his dominance in the respawn. 7-kill streak as he finally goes down there. And the problem now for UNILAD is they need to break through. They need to capitalize. And look at number 8. John is in the base. He's away with the flag. However, UNILAD, they can go for a push as well. This is insane.
Here we go. It's all going to come down to this.
We could very much see a stalemate.
This stalemate is going to prove to be everything.
Look at number 3. Right at the back.
Scraps could make the play. Scraps absolutely could make the play.
2 go down. That flag's in a bad position. It's John. He's finally going to go down. There's 16 seconds left on the clock. There's no one there. Octane needs to get to it. It's going to go in. And UNILAD, the one game mode that I've wrote them off from the very start, they clutch up. And it was all down to those streaks they used. It was defense, defense, defense. But 15 seconds, or even less, I think, close it out there.
Wow. And that's a lot like our first series of the day, right? Envy up 2-0. FaZe able to bounce back in the CTF. Same thing here from UNILAD. Question now is going to end in that game 4. And you see some, I think, some frustration from LG. They know they certainly could have won that. The couple of stalemates they got in. I guess you could say sort of went UNILAD's way in the way that they both got returned a couple of times. LG just couldn't put that dagger through.
Yeah, and again, LG, they tried to put the nail in the coffin. They tried to end it by using their streaks offensively, and that was Octane, Glide Bomb. I mean, we know he had the fighter pilot. I'm not sure which other one it was that he had, but he used those trying to win on the second side of overtime. He could have very much saved those, used those in the stalemate position. LG could have played a lot more defensively, but that's not LG. They want to just finish games, and they want to finish it fast.
If John wins the one-on-one with Shawnee at the base, the game's probably over. It's just, it was a bit of an awkward timing. He was trying to wrap back and I think kind of get into bunker. Unfortunately for him, Shawnee was pushing out at that same moment. He loses the one-on-one, and then eventually he dies with the flag. But wow, UNILAD now on the board. We know how big this is, especially if you're a team like UNILAD. You're playing a team you're obviously considered heavy underdogs against. If you can get a map or 2 out of it, I know it's not a win, but still, get some maps, because you never know when it's going to come to some sort of tie-break scenario. If there's a 3-way tie in a division, map count could be a big deal.
And like we pointed out at the very start of this series, this could be very much the most difficult game they play. see how they turn up in the second hard point, because they were bullied in that first one. As you can see, 250 to 122, a very close CTF there, but we're heading over to Sainte Marie du Mont, and I mean, you've got to go in this and think LG close it out 3-1. I'm trying to think what UNILAD do. They've got to, again, as I said, they've got to get the streaks and use them. If they use them as well as they do, or they did on the CTF, they could make this very close.
They can. Pushes, will they? I mean, I'd love to see this get pushed to a Game 5. We expect a lot of them in this group. I think we're going today without a single 3L.
And I think that just kind of, again, enhances the fact that we've got such good competition here at the Pro League. Everyone can beat everyone at any given time. You're seeing, well, I believe the 3rd or 4th seed from Europe against a top 2 from North America. Battle it out here. Day 1, Game 2 here, and UNILAD, they're trying to push this to a Game 5.
All right, a lot of pressure on the Twins. You talked about the fact how crucial streak use can be. They've been the guys kind of consistently picking up those streaks. Moose then had a slow start to that Game 3. We'll see if he can turn it around as well, because I don't know, to beat a team like Luminosity in a hard point, it's got to be a full 4-man effort.
Got to start strong. They did so on London Docks. They got pretty much the whole of that first time, but Shawnee's going to be tagged up from behind. Not what you want, as John takes down Wuskin straight away there, and we're going to see the stairs come in. John with a 2-piece. J-Cap and Slack says hello and goodbye to UNILAD. They sweep that one out, and now full control of the restaurant.
They've got restaurant, but a bit of a split spawn here from UNILAD. We'll see if they can put that to their advantage here, maybe get a bit of a pinch. But John, who started out 4-0, getting dangerously close to streaks, but couldn't snap onto him. Here the UNILAD guys getting loud again as he got a couple of kills in a row for Scraps and Shawnee. And Moose is added to that equation as well.
And the good thing for UNILAD here is they completely flip the spawns. They'll be setting up here for the winery. Big kills here, engagements go down and trades. That will favor UNILAD once again. And Shawnee, that almost X factor, if you like, of UNILAD that can go off at any given time. He's on a 4-kill streak. Is shut down, not going to make the streaks. Unfortunate play.
All right, let's head to winery. That was Scraps that did spawn safe. So you've got 4 men up now on defense. Wuskindo about to catch a grenade. You do get a kill for either side, but Luminosity looking to soar in. Now each time as a player drops from UNILAD, you got to think about the potential of them spawning out, though. They win those first couple gunfights. That's going to be crucial to them racking up some time. This has been a very good hold of the opening 25 seconds of winery.
Yeah, and with the first rotation here, you can get streaks off winery. You can really make that a domino effect going in. He's going to tag someone up through the wall, and there you go. Wuskins is on a 3 for himself there. A little bit blessed as the shot does come in. However, Scraps on your screens. He's already hidden that rotate. And there's 20 seconds left. They can really push Luminosity back here.
Can they break through Luminosity quickly here? If they do, they can really open up this game. And look at that. Scraps gets a couple of kills, and look at the spawn that comes out from 2 members of Luminosity. They still should beat the race over, but another one actually spawns out. Scraps and Moose find both of the kills. So now it's a 2-on-2 here for a moment, but the next 2 players from Luminosity not going to get there in time. This may be a perfect relay and break from UNILAD, unless John can work some magic. But as he drops, it actually gives streaks over to Moose, and they're holding the front. This has been a brilliant couple minutes of gameplay here from UNILAD.
Okay, so hardpoint 1, we see Shawnee 1-off streaks. Wuskins falls 1-off streaks. However, Moose, the man who was a little bit slow on the CTF, he's the one that secures them, and he's broken through here. This is fantastic stuff from UNILAD, and he's still going. Moose is doing damage. There's 25 seconds, and we do see LG break that, but there is a fighter pilot in the hands of UNILAD, and they could be able to invest it right here on the next hardpoint. That lookout post, so open.
They're going to set up as well as they can right now. As long as Moose is able to continue to push these out, you don't need to really worry about the streak. If you get broken, that's where you think it'll come involved. But he's going to get pressured, will get dropped. Now the big question will be, can his teammates hold this push through stables?
And number 1, Scraps has got full control of the restaurant as well. He can cut off middle completely. You can see he's not even needed as Johnny's going to fall down. The pinch coming in here. That's a big kill from Moose, still going strong. Can he find the second? Moose tags him up, and it should be traded out by Shawnee. And there you go. Slack is going to be put to bed. And look at that score, Maven. 111 to 44. They've still got streaks.
Well, when you have one of your lead ARs in Octane 4-9, one of your lead subs in Slack 5-13, they're just getting gunned right now. This has been all UNILAD. Luminosity still very, very much in this. You know they can heat up at any moment. There's 3 kills from JCap, 4 in a row overall, and he's now actually 75 off of streaks. There's some streaks for Cap. Could this be the catalyst they need to start getting back into this game? Oh, the wily veteran JCap keeping Luminosity's dreams alive here in Game 4.
Moose playing things slow and smart here as we go to our rotation back to restaurant here. We're going to see UNILAD enter with nearly a 60-point lead, and with those couple of kills, they're looking to extend this lead here. Grenades are going in. Shawnee should be tagged up. He will be, and he's going to be deleted there. John and JCap combined for the triple. LG really need to get something going here. They do have streaks in JCap. He's 17 and 13. 30 interactions to his name. Smashing it out of the park right now.
He absolutely is. And now John. Can John get some streaks as well? He's got one more in front. That's all he needed. Wraps the mid-map and can't win the one-on-one with Shawnee. So John very close to adding streaks on. Just not able to do so. Still, the fighter pilot on Moose, who they've not needed to invest yet, sees him through the smoke there as JCap going to be on the receiving end of Moose's gun. But now, the huge lead, it is at 40 points. But Moose, man, just cruising through right now. He's halfway to doubling up on his streak right now.
He's playing it so smart as well. The way he was trading things out with Wuskin, bottom restaurant there, just biding his time. He's going to spawn up very, very well for Winery. They're all in good position. Shawnee's going to have to wrap back, and you know what? He could shoot a couple in the back. Glide bombs coming in, so we're going to see people get indoors, and that's not going to connect. That's great news for UNILAD, but what isn't is the 2 players going down. They're going to be spawning just out at the lookout post here, and John breaking through.
But they can reinforce it here. Just keep hitting the front aggressively with those subs, and we've seen it work wonders. I think the Red Series versus Optic is where you really saw that. Joe and Josh just kept flooding through White and making plays over and over and over again, making sure they were at least going to contest. But as I say that, Luminosity is holding. Octane's now got some streaks to work with. 6 kills in a row. 7th about to get turned and burned now. Scraps able to win it.
And there we have more streaks in the bag. We said Octane started slow. He's now picked it up to neutral, but he's got those score streaks. And you know what? We're going to the parking lot. We've seen a lot of score streaks invested here, and shortly after the parking lot, we're going to have the lookout post. These streaks are going to be crucial, and this man, Octane, is looking to finish this game right here. And UNILAD, that 60-point lead is now just 15.
It is just about gone, but Scraps at least goes big for UNILAD. The grenade kill and also picks up 1. JCap's got a fighter pilot to work with. Here we go. Tags 1, not able to finish it. Will kill Shawnee as well, but that streak, tough to pick up a lot of kills on this particular hardpoint. There's a ton of cover with these buildings, and it doesn't amount to a ton, so you're still getting time for UNILAD. You haven't invested any more streaks. John is trying to do his best to break in the front. Slack tried, but his woes continue as he's now to 9 and 21, just getting gunned by Moose right now. And the lead, which was dwindling, growing once again because Moose just going off right now in parking lot.
And what I love about this is Moose has not let those previous games affect him. He had a little bit of a slow end into the CTF. He's come out here gunning, and you see the versatility from Moose. When I used to play, he was that main AR. He can pick up an SMG, he can do it all, and now that 60-point lead that UNILAD lost, they've got it right back, and they've got those streaks to play with.
All right, let's see. As Luminosity players come on, is Octane going to invest a streak in this? He did. Okay, so he did pick up 1 kill. He will use the fighter pilots. So both the fighter pilots from Luminosity Gaming now going to be gone. Moose still has his, though. This is from the very beginning of the game. He never used it. He's had that since, what, the opening 60 seconds?
Yep, he really has. And they've all spawned right in the back barn here. This could be a bloodbath. Cap, he's going to fall. Wuskins looking for the second, but Shawnee's going to pick up 2 himself, and now UNILAD, they're looking to break 200. There's still score streaks available around here. We've, of course, got our glide bombs. I think the bombardment artilleries are still hanging around as well, but when are they going to come in?
Nothing invested yet. Octane gets cut down, so won't see any streaks from there. Just over the 200-point mark, like you mentioned. John, I feel like every time he's in the kill feed, he's picking up a couple of kills, but he needs some help. The rest of his team, negative. Slack, double negative. JCap, close to even. Octane's battled back into this, but they have been getting gunned over the course of this. Nice plays from Cap, though, as he's trying to flip the script.
Really
but are they
nice.
down too big? Are they down too big, Momo?
The problem is Luminosity can get right back into this game, but they need to dominate the restaurant. If they do, the next 3 hills will all be open. The score streaks will be crucial. A team kill coming in for UNILAD, not going to help, and Scraps is going to fall as well. 35 seconds here remaining. And you know what? Looking at that, we are going to be seeing a winery. We are going to see the rotation already coming in for Cap. If they utilize their streaks, it could be big, but UNILAD, a big 2-piece. Can they find anything from this last 25 seconds?
And this is now going to be 3 wineries in a row where Luminosity has not had the spawns, and they've had to try and fight through. And they've seen kind of mixed results from it. But how do you win a game when one of your money hills you're never rotated to first? Yeah,
and as well, Slacked, you know, that SMG presence that he has. He's 14 and 27. He's having a bit of an off game here. And UNILAD, they're capitalizing on it.
That's big. That's big enough. The opening kill. Look how far out they spawn. 2 and 3 on the minimap. That's going to be Shani and Wuskin way out. And I mentioned they've had mixed results breaking through.
They also tagged this player here in the shed. Scrap, so it's not going to matter for him. Octane looking to put them down. He finds one. Slacked and Octane combined, and now Slack starting to heat up. He's on a 3-kill streak. This is going to turn into a very interesting game, Maven, I feel. UNILAD, it is not home and dry just yet.
Not at all, and they had a chance to bury the game, really. I mean, if they had a hold there for half this hard point, they're probably putting the game away. But Luminosity gets through so easily that they are now right back in this, and we're going to be looking at nearly a tie game after this hard point. And what do you still have? Octane, did he have Mortar, was it? Yeah, okay, so Octane has Mortar.
That can be big. On this next hard point where, you know, you can precisely put these, you can at least stop them from capturing any type of points. We could see it right here. It wouldn't surprise me. I'd expect to see it come down, but Wuskins takes down Scat. You can see John just trying to get right at the back. So if he makes these kills, he's going to affect the spawns. There's number 1 spawning out. Here comes the mortar, and look where he's put it, right on the top of the head of some of UNILAD's. He's not going to connect with anyone, but look at the kill feed. It's all blue and Luminosity. They can get right back in it here. They cannot win it, though. I
think Octane actually got a hit marker on Shani, so he at least weakened him a little bit, and that's the gunfight he actually won to then get into the hard point. So it may have actually done just enough to make sure they can break in, but now, if you're UNILAD, you've got to break. You've got to get through here. But John, Cap, Octane, everybody holding right now. Octane now set up on that power position at the box, and he's on a 6 streak. Will finally fall, but he's got more streaks to work with here. So if he comes off spawn, even though you got in, the big thing is you can't win the game here. Oh my goodness. You can't win the game here.
They can't win the game, but John gets the last scrap time. Now they have streaks. This is all Luminosity gaming. They call in the glide bomb and the fights pilot. This is over for UNILAD.
It should be, unless they can somehow survive these. But JCap gets 2 then from Octane. Octane takes over the game down the stretch. And UNILAD is going to fall. That's a 3-1 victory for Luminosity Gaming.
You've got to look at that as for UNILAD. You've got to be so disappointed, so disheartened.
You got Octane.
You really did.
He had what? He had a 7 streak, a 6 streak, like a 5 streak down the final couple of minutes. Just started going off.
And that rotation came in. He played well at Winery. He then rotates, used the mortar strike. He didn't find anything. He gets the hit markers. He gets in the hill, picks up a big 2-piece. He then continues that roll, finds the glide bomb and the artillery. Glide bomb and fighter pilot. The question is, that last hard point there, if he didn't have those streaks, how does it end? Is it just